Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play series. We are back here once again in my village, and this time I actually have some names for some of these villagers. I think they definitely deserve some more names. Currently we only have Wayne and Martha over there named, and I think all the other villagers definitely also deserve names. So I have asked you guys for some name suggestions, and I picked out a couple that I really liked just to give to these villagers. First, we have a name for this lovely toolsmith. He will be Harrison. I think that is a lovely name. Thank you so much for that suggestion. Next up, we have our wonderful blacksmith, who will be Aldrich. There you go. You look lovely today, Aldrich. And lastly, I picked out a name for one of my librarians. I would actually like to name... where is it? This one. Right here. Our Silk Touch librarian will be Mary. Hi, Mary! Welcome to the village! I think these names are lovely. Thank you so much for the suggestions. If any of you have more suggestions, please do make sure to leave them in the comments down below. They are much appreciated, and there's many more villagers to name. Now, I would like to start this episode off with another building transformation, and I think this building right here could definitely use an upgrade. It is currently just too small for what I want it to be. This is where a lot of the beds are. Lots of villagers sleep here, mainly farmers I believe, and I would like to upgrade this into some sort of larger inn. We can also put some extra beds in here just for some more villagers. I think I need some more librarians, and there's also some professions I don't have yet, like the shepherd, I believe. So I think an upgrade is definitely in order. For this though, we're gonna need a lot of wood, so it is back to the chopping area. I'm just gonna put down a whole bunch of saplings all around, just so we can get some more trees growing. We also definitely need some oak, so I'll put these down as well. Oh! It looks like we got some more visitors. That's okay, I had to wait for these to grow anyway. Hello! I'm sorry, you can't be here. This is my village. Not yours. I'm so sorry. Oh, there's a lot of them. It's okay. I can just shoot them from a distance. And the last one, perfect. Okay. That was nowhere near as difficult as I thought it was going to be. And we have another ominous bottle. That might come in handy one day. I only look a little bit like a porcupine. It's fine. Now, while we wait for the trees to grow, I'll just start working on the path up to our nether portal. I've been meaning to make one here, but I never ended up getting around to it. And seeing as I am here anyway now, I might as well get started on that. Just a really simple curved path up to the portal should do the trick. Just like that. Perfect. And some of the trees have grown, so I can actually start chopping now. We're definitely gonna need a lot of this dark oak wood. Maybe even a little bit more than this, so I'll also just plant some extra trees down here. You're on my roof now. Are you serious? I thought I killed you. These guys just keep spawning, what the heck? Could you die? That would be great, actually. Why are you on my roof? Just go away. I'm sorry. What the heck? There's another one somewhere. I can hear them. Oh! I'm sorry. Okay, this will at least be enough to get us started on the inn, and I can always come back here if I end up needing more. Okay, so the first order of business should be just to take these beds out of this building, just so I actually have some room to work in this area. Where should we put them? I'm afraid these villagers are just gonna have to sleep under the stars tonight. I really hope they don't mind. And we'll also move this composter just over here as well. We can't be having any villagers walking in our way. Now, this building is obviously not large enough to house all of those beds. It was super cramped inside, and I think it should be a lot bigger. So I'd say we just start by taking down this entire building. This will also allow us to reclaim some of these materials, which we can use in the final build. I'm just gonna have to hope my villagers don't wander outside. This would have definitely been easier had I started with the roof, but you know, it's fine. I'll also just use some of the stone just to move the wall a little bit backwards so that it can actually have some room here to work. This previous wall location was just not doing the trick for me. Okay, just like that, the area's all fixed up and much more ready for building. I've moved this retaining wall a little bit forward because the weird curve it was doing just didn't make any sense. I wasn't ever planning on having a curve like that, but you know, The previous building that was here was just kind of in the way for me to do with this straight wall, but now that that's gone, we can actually do the retaining wall just straight across like this, which makes a lot more sense in my opinion. What the heck? What the hell is the iron golem doing all the way up there? I don't know how he got there, if he spawned up there or something, I don't know. Okay, let's just start trying to mark out this building. Okay, so we're gonna have our side piece over here and the main structure over here. This main structure is going to be quite tall, seeing as it's also gonna come up to here and into this empty area over here. We're just gonna have to break through the wall in some spots. And it's raining again, of course. Of course, why not? I think this will most certainly be large enough to house all the villagers. Now, what to do about this empty part over here? I think it'll be the right call just to try and pop another structure off of this. So maybe right here, and just like that I think. And then the door will be right about here, I think. I'm really hoping that this will make sense. I'm also hoping that I'll be able to figure out a nice interior, even though it's kind of split into these different height levels. I'm sure we'll figure it out though. Aside from being just really wide, I'm also hoping to have this building have several floors. I'm thinking a lower floor, an upstairs area, and maybe even an attic. That way there will be plenty of space for all our villagers to sleep, and maybe even for me to move some of the beds that are currently in some of the other houses that might not make a whole lot of sense to have beds. Like this building, which is going to be the butcher shop, has 2 beds, but that does not make a whole lot of sense. Similar to, I think, the letter worker, it really doesn't make sense to have somebody sleep in there. So we can move those beds up to the inn as well once it's completed. Okay, I have done a little bit more work on the inn, attempting to figure out the interior and just a general flow of everything, how high everything needs to be, and just stuff like that. So over here is the front entrance, which leads into this hall, which maybe will have some sort of reception where you can rent a room or something like that. And then over here will be likely a dining room or something, maybe with a big fireplace. And then just back here is this little nook where we can maybe have some storage or something like that. And then upstairs right over here we'll have most of the beds. There's also this little balcony, which I know the villagers won't use because you can't actually jump off of it. I mean, you can right now, but that's just because I haven't finished it yet. Yeah, I really like how this is laid out. I think it'll work really nicely right here. It's really just going to complete the view of this entire crossroads section. I really like it. Now, let's take a nap and then continue building. Now all I have to do is just build up these pillars and see how high we want the building to be. Maybe like that. No, actually not like that. This is gonna have to be a little bit shorter because I want that one to be the highest. We're just gonna have to give up on some height on this building so that this one can be the tallest around. And the last one also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll work really nicely. It's not too big, it kind of fits in with the rest of the village, but it's also somewhat unique. I really like the balcony section. It just kind of shadows over this doorway, which I really like. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty good plan. I can now start working on filling in the walls and the roofs and adding some details. Let's go! No, 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 you cannot walk on top of this wall. Excuse you. Just because I've left the window open, don't mean you can jump down here. No! How the heck am I gonna get you? Would you please come over here? This way. Yep. Just jump down, okay? Now please stay down. Do you understand? It is not safe for... No! What the heck? Don't do that. Oh, no, we shall not have a window over there. You guys do not deserve daylight. No, no, do not. Where are my glass panes? If I hear that villager take damage, I'm going to cry. What the heck are you doing? Don't do that! These villagers are driving me insane. On the bright side though, This building is definitely looking really, really good. I'm just gonna have to go back to work and make sure that it's actually safe as well. Because why the heck do these villagers insist on walking on a construction site? Do they have some sort of death wish? Because I can make that happen. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. These are my villagers. I love them and I have to keep them safe because they've given me really good stuff so far. But they are making me go mad. This tower thing is in a really weird location where it's actually merged into my roof. We were gonna have to adjust this anyway to link up to the wall properly, so it's not really a big deal. I'm gonna have to move this, so just don't mind this awkward section for now. Now, let's get back to work. Never mind, I lied. We are not going to continue building. We are in fact going to the nether. Why are we going to the nether? Well, it is because after 10 episodes, I have run out of crimson. Yep, I do not have a single crimson log left to my name, and that will definitely have to change, seeing as I am making this roof out of crimson. Hello? Who are you? Where did you come from? I did not put down any more beds. I do not need more of you. I have more than I can handle. Please get your big nose out of this building. Just go away. I'm wondering if any of my villagers died, and this one has replaced them. I don't think so. Maybe I did put down more beds. I don't remember. I could have put down more beds. Where are you going? I don't think he has a job stand, which is making me believe that none of my villagers died, because I don't think I have any extra job stands. Okay, villagers aside, we do actually have to go to the nether. Let's prepare, shall we? I do not need any of this wood. It's just gonna have to go in here. I may need a little bit more food than this. That won't take me very far. Luckily I have some golden carrots sitting around. Fletcher, can I interest you in a deal? Yes, I would like to buy some arrows. Thank you. That'll do the trick, I think. And I have some extra just in case. We definitely need some gold. That's always useful. Some golden apples just in case we get into trouble. Blocks, right? Just some cobbled deep slate will do the trick. And I will take some of my finest fire resistance potions. These will definitely keep me safe. Okay, I think I'm prepared. I'm probably not, but that's fine. It's okay. It should be easier this time. I know exactly where the Crimson Forest is. I just have to grab enough logs for my building and then I can get back out. Into the portal we go. This is always kind of scary. Okay, it is just up here. Yeah, right there. There's some skeletons, but that should not be a problem if I can actually hit them. Which I can't. Okay, got him. There we go, some extra bones. I'll just grab a whole bunch of these logs. Or, I guess they're not technically called logs. These are crimson stem. But, you know, these look like trees to me, so it's fine. It is probably a really bad idea to go into the nether in Minecraft Hardcore this late into the evening. But, you know, what can you do? I need my crimson logs. And while I'm here, I'll also just grab the quartz. It's just sitting here, so why not? I'll also try to grab plenty of these mushrooms and some of this fungus, or what's it called, Nylium, just so I never ever have to come back here again. Okay, this should be plenty. Let's get out of here. We should not be pushing our luck in the nether. I am a little bit afraid that it's going to be nighttime once I return into the overworld, but that's fine. I'm sure we can handle it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? I actually know what the worst that could happen is, aside from obvious dying, is that a creeper blows up some of my builds, which would be really stupid and annoying, but nothing we can't fix. There's zombies in the village. Get them. Get them, iron golems. I think they spawned up on my roofs, which indeed are not safe. Should probably make them safe sometime. Maybe if I put in buttons up there. I don't really want lights on my roofs, that looks kind of weird, but I'm sure we can fix it in other ways. The night is slept away. Now I just have to hope... Oh no. That was not very quick thinking of me. I have a sneaky suspicion that that was the jobless villager. It's fine. We didn't know him anyway. All I really have to hope is that none of my other villagers died. This place is not safe. I don't think they're dead. Harrison's fine. My Fletcher's okay. Martha's okay. Yeah, everyone's kind of back at their job station. Mary's good. Wayne is back at his building. Blacksmith's fine. Okay, everyone's okay except for the jobless villager. Rest in peace. You will not be missed. And stay awake for 2 seconds without my village being under attack, huh? What's up with that? Luckily, there's plenty of iron golems patrolling the perimeter, so if anything gets in, it's kind of dead in an instant before it can really harm our villagers, but we should still make sure to just sleep away the night, at least until we make sure that everything is properly lit up. Oh, I was just putting away my stuff and I realized that I actually acquired the crimson fungus and nylium that I need to grow the crimson trees on my earlier adventures already. That's awkward. I guess the nether trip was not actually needed. It's fine though, we got a bunch more crimson stem that we can now use to finish the roof. And I may also need some of these other blocks as well. Now, let's just craft a whole bunch more stairs and start placing these down on the roof. And the last few are going in. Perfect. That is the roof pretty much completed. I'd like to add a little chimney to this building, but I don't actually have enough bricks for that. So we're just gonna have to trade some with our stonemason right here. There we go, perfect, thank you very much. And now we should have enough just to make enough bricks for this chimney. There we go, that should do it. Just right here up against the wall and up through the roof line right here and then inset by a block. Just like so. Maybe bringing it up to right here would be a pretty good height, and then we just have to put a campfire on top and surround that with some trapdoors, just like so. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe just with some wear and tear in the form of some stairs, like that. But that should be a pretty good chimney, I think. Now, I would actually quite like to add a second chimney right there, because I actually don't really like this face of the wall. It has this awkward window, and it's just not really a nice shape. I think it looks kind of awkward. So I was thinking maybe just covering it up with a chimney should help the overall look of it. Just gonna try to bring it up fairly thick, like so. We are gonna have to move this window, or remove this window, I guess. Cover it up just like that, and then we can just bring the chimney all the way up through the roof line, just like so. Popping it in just like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We are maybe gonna need some more bricks for some more stairs, so we can just check if our stonemason has since restocked his trade. Where is he? Oh, right here. Hello! Oh yes, perfect! I'll just buy all of these bricks. We'll just make these into some stairs so that we can actually detail this chimney a bit. We are obviously also going to need a campfire on top of this one, so I'm just going to make some more trapdoors. Not like that. Okay. Plop that on there, surround it with the trapdoors. Yes, there we go, perfect. Now, I would call that a pretty good chimney. Now just add some more details around the windows and stuff like that, and then the exterior of this building should be completed. And just like that, the exterior on this building is all completed. I really like it. I added in some more flower boxes with some more of the berry bushes, some leaves all around. I even added in this little wooden hanging sign. It doesn't actually have a name yet, so if you have a name for this inn, please do let me know. Your suggestions are much appreciated. But yes, I really do like this. On the interior, I have started decorating. I've decorated this as some sort of hallway where maybe the owner of the inn would sit and you can check in, rent a room, something like that. Down here is this dining/living area with this beautiful fireplace. And you can even have a candlelit dinner in here. I've made some of the candles with some of the beeswax we recently got. Over here I've created this little cellar type thing where I've displayed some of these random meat items that I have laying around. I really like this. It kind of makes sense to have it near the dining area. There's not actually a kitchen. I hadn't thought about that. I'm sure it's fine. It's okay. It's just Minecraft. We don't have to cook anything. These villagers don't have to cook anything. It's okay. You know what? They can just roast the meat on the fire. It's fine. I'm sure they won't mind. Upstairs, I have not started decorating, but I have laid out the rooms. So this is kind of like a hallway. I don't know what we'll put in here. And this is where the villagers will sleep. I've blocked off this part of the building. I just couldn't figure out a way to link it up properly. So it's not gonna exist. I'm really sorry. But over here, there's enough space for lots of beds. And there's also this little attic area, which I've created right up here, where there's probably space for another 2 beds, which I really, really like. And this will be lots of space for these villagers to sleep and kind of live and have their little morning chats that they do every single morning. I really think that the villagers will love hanging out in here once I move the beds inside. So I should definitely get started on moving those beds inside. I will just start with the red beds that I put over here that were previously in this building. Hello, could I just have these, please? Yes. Thank you very much. I'm hoping the villagers will find these. I don't think they should end up stuck somewhere, but we'll have to watch it because villagers are kind of stupid, so they sometimes get stuck in really weird places and I don't really know why. So I will just put these, you know what? Let's actually make a little bed design. I have the stuff on me. I'll just put 4 of the beds right here, just like that. Add in a little, what's it called? The board at your feet, what's it called? It had a name and I knew that name, but I don't know anymore, it's fine. We can maybe even add in a little shelf with a flower pot on like that. Yes, perfect, I really like it. It's a really simple decoration, but I really do think it ties the entire room together and it doesn't really need a lot of detail. I mean, kind of a small room, so it doesn't really make sense to have a lot of detail either. Rooms like these often really don't need a lot. Now let me get some other beds from maybe one of the other buildings and put that up in the attic. There's no more beds in here, surprisingly. Maybe I put them in the cartographer's house. That could make sense. I will take the one from the leather worker and the one in the blacksmith. I am just gonna get some blue dye so that they actually match. I don't have any blue flowers or lapis. I do have lapis, it's just all in the library. Ah, yes, right here. I just need 1 piece. Oh my goodness, I have actually so much lapis. Here we go, blue bed. Look at Mary working in the library. Mary, by the way, has been upgraded to the master level. I just did that by buying some lanterns, and she now sells red and yellow candles. I don't know if we'll use those, but, well, it's good to know that she has them, if we ever do end up needing them. Now, let me put these beds up in the attic, right here, maybe just like this. A little table, maybe, with a flower pot on top, like that. Yes, so cute. I love it. Now, maybe also a light, because it is kind of dark in here. Right here will do the trick nicely. That is this room completed as well. So that's all the beds figured out. Now I just have to decorate the interior of these other 2 rooms. Maybe just with some shelves and tables and bookshelves. Just stuff like that will make it look really nice, I think. Lots of reading materials for these dumb villagers. They definitely need it. I'm not entirely sure what to do with this room. It's kind of awkward. There's this staircase which needs some sort of railing, or I guess I could leave it railingless, but if I put fences here it'll take up a lot of space, and if I put trapdoors here the villagers might be tricked into jumping off over and over and over and over again, which would kill them, which I don't want. So yeah, I don't actually know what to do here. But we can at least start with some bookshelves. Yeah, you can take damage on there. I'll just have to hope that my villagers decide not to do so. Yeah, this will just have to do the trick. And not everybody made it to bed, by the way. I think this is really throwing them off. They keep trying to jump up there, but that's actually not possible. Up here I've put another trapdoor as a sort of shelf just to stop them from jumping off here. I can do that, but the villagers can't because they're too tall. So yeah, that should fix them from at least jumping to their death. But I would also like them to actually reach their beds and make use of this. So we're just gonna have to work on it for a bit more. Yeah, I'm hoping that this'll work. I really find villagers so annoying around trapdoors. That's what Mojang should update. It's honestly, in my opinion, more important than an end update. But that might be controversial. but I feel like mobs should be able to understand trapdoors. Like, this is not that difficult. It is up. Please. Now, the inn itself is completed, but this is still kind of a problem area. So I'll just spend a little bit of time trying to figure this out in a way that it still looks good, but also works around the inn. I feel like that is pretty important. For this, we definitely need a whole bunch of stone. Okay, first let's try to take down this old thing and swap it out for something new. Okay, maybe a little bit more like this, just extending the tower that we already have and making it really rectangular. This way it can connect straight up to this wall. Then we just have to build it all up. Yeah, something like this should definitely do. It might look really awkward from the outside right now, but once we add in all the details and stuff like that, this will hopefully just really blend in with the wall. Now all I have to do is just add back in all the crenulations that were previously on top of this. Just like that, and some slabs on top. Perfect. And I guess we can also add back in the doors. I'm hoping this might eventually work as some sort of outposts for guards to work from, to have like weapons and armor and stuff like that stored around here. I'm not really sure how that's gonna be, but we'll figure it out, I'm sure. And just with the last few dark oak stairs in place, this should also be fixed up. I love it. However, I do believe that that is quite enough building for today, so let's just harvest some of this sugarcane and try to do some trading. You know what, maybe I should expand this sugarcane farm. I've got quite a few librarians as well as a cartographer that are willing to trade sugarcane with me, so maybe it is in my best interest just to make this farm a little bit bigger. Like that, I think. One moment, let me just grab a bucket of water. Just put these here, and just some sugarcane all along. Now that should get growing and start producing a little bit more sugarcane for us. I also believe I might still have a couple of stacks of paper left in my storage system, so I can go trade those away as well. Oh yeah, right here. Now where is my cartographer? Oh, yes, hello. Got some more paper for you. There you go. Ooh, this guy actually sells the Trial Explorer map. That's interesting. You know what? I might actually buy that. That would be an interesting adventure to go on. I'm not sure if we have quite enough time to explore an entire trial chamber today, but we can at least try to locate it and just poke our head in and see what it's like. I feel like that will be fun, right? Just need some more emeralds and a compass. Here we go, just a piece of redstone surrounded by some iron, like that. Hello, here I am again. Could I buy the trial map for you? Thank you. Now, are we close? I think so. Yeah, our dot is quite big. Should be that way then. Let me just go grab some supplies so that we can try to see where this trial map leads us. I will also once again take my golden apples just in case something bad happens. There's a little bit of durability left on my shield. I think it's fine. Let's go try and see where this leads us. I think it'll be really fun to try and explore this. You know what? Charlie, do you want to come? Would that be fun? Are you gonna die if I bring you on this adventure? I don't have dog armor. I'm sure it's fine, right? Oh my goodness, it is really close. Look at that. Our map is already coloring in. I had no idea that there was a trial chamber this close to my base. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. I've been mining all the way over there, so I wouldn't have dug down in this area, but yeah, this is pretty cool. I should be right on top of it, right here. Let's just dig down and see if we can find it. Even if we can't find it, this is pretty useful to do, seeing as I am digging through a lot of stone, which I need for my wall. I think I'm hearing it. Oh, it's right here. Okay, let's just try to dig this way. Yes, right here. Gosh, I'm kind of nervous. Charlie, where are you at? I'm seeing a lot of copper. That is indeed a spawner. Where is my dog? Potions of poison. You know what? I'll take these out. Let's just activate it and see what pops out. I think it might be skeletons. Which is good because I brought my dog. This one's also skeletons. Hello. Oh, and there's one down there. Where is my bow? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, getting a little bit too low for comfort there. And Charlie is too. You're just gonna sit down, okay, buddy? This is apparently not for you. Dogs are useless without armor. think we're good though. What the heck is happening? Oh my gosh. This is much more dangerous than I thought it would be. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's still one alive over there. Oh, there was 3 spawners active. Okay. That was stressful. I honestly don't think I'll be back. There's another spawner. Not too dangerous. I should actually just be able to shoot these guys. Right? If I can hit it. Ah, we got that one as well. There is some vaults, but I don't believe there is more of these spawners, so that's good. We are safe to pop down, collect all the goodies. I would like to open these vaults. Seeing as I am here and have all these keys, you know, might as well, right? Now, let's see what's in here. Under lock and key, some emeralds, iron, wind charges, and a terrible, terrible axe. That was not worth risking my life for. I will admit. Honey, more honey, wind charges, and an iron chestplate. I might never return, to be honest. No thanks, actually. Poison arrows, more poison arrows. What's in the book? Feather falling. Feather falling 1. Now we can head back up to the surface. I was taking a lot of damage. I mean, that was a lot. It's just not worth it for the loot I'm getting. You know what? I really don't want to die. So we're actually just gonna wait. Charlie's tail is hanging a bit. I don't have any meat for him. I'm sure he'll be fine. It is so good to be back though. I am not going to return to the trial chambers, I don't think. At least not for a while, you know? If somewhere in the late game I decide that I want to go back and have another go at it, you know, I might. But for a while, I'm just gonna steer clear of that. I did get all of these lingering potions of poison, which is kind of cool. I can maybe put those in the dispensers that I put in my wall last episode. And have those shoot out at my enemies. That would be really, really cool, I think. There you go, Charlie, a little bit of meat for you. I guess it was kind of a bad idea taking you with me. I'm really sorry you got hurt. I guess it is a learning moment. Don't take dogs with you on adventures unless they have dog armor. I'm sorry, Charlie. I didn't mean to make you a test subject. With that though, guys, I do believe that this episode has to come to an end. Please make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye everyone!